Hello, my name is Matt Albury. I'm a workplace chaplain, and this is the second of the lunchtime videos that I'm offering to you as a free offering to try and help you get away from the workplace, the desk during your lunchtime. The reason for this is I've been, when I visit the different workplaces I support, we teach meditation workshops and also run little workshops during lunchtime so people can come and sit together and practice. And then during the pandemic, when that happened, we moved on to Zoom, I think like everybody. And we've been practicing ever since then on Zoom because we can't meet in person. And then during the pandemic, I also recorded lots of audio content to upload onto Insight Timer, which is a place you can access my audios if you enjoy this one. And also on YouTube, where you're watching this from, there's audios as well. But I just thought, because I'm not going to be around for a couple of weeks now over the summer, I'd do a couple of little videos that you can access on your smartphone or your laptop, which will work then regardless of the security systems in the workplace. So you haven't got to worry about that then. So this one is a variation of a yogic practice. And so when I say yogic, it's one of the very old traditional style meditation practices that have been around a long time. And there's an awful lot of wisdom teaching out there from the Indian subcontinent way back, centuries old. And so this is a practice that I've adapted from that. So with this practice, what we do is, where with mindfulness practice, you would notice the breath as your place you come back to. In this practice, what I'll be asking you to do is to come down to actually your physical heart, your heart center, as you'll hear me call this. And the reason for this is, just before we start the practice, is that in one of the ancient texts, the Upanishads, there's this beautiful image about who you really are, who you really are, the real you. Not who we think we are, what our heads tell us we are, what people tell us what we are, what our society tells us we are. But actually deeper than that, to the real self. So what I mean by this is, in the Upanishads, what it says is that within the universe is this city, and that's your body. And then within this city is this little house, and this little house is your heart. And within this heart, this little house, there's an altar. And on this altar is a beautiful lotus flower. The most beautiful open lotus flower you can imagine. And deep in the center of that lotus flower is your essence nature, your true self. Some traditions would call it your soul, some would call it Atman. Or you can even just see it as your true essence, your essence nature. So this is where we come to with our meditation practice. So I'll guide you through a practice which will drop you down into your physical heart center. And the key, what you're looking for with this practice, is that while you drop into this place, you'll get a sense of stillness, a sense of bliss that will come, or anada, as the Sanskrit word is. And the aim is to sit in this place of anada, this place of bliss. So we'll make a start so you get used to this experience. And what you'll hear is I've got a singing bowl that I'll ring at the start and the end of the practice to help us bring us into the here and now. And I also always do a grounding technique to start us off, and we end with a grounding technique. So basically, when you hear the bell ring 3 times at the end of the practice, I will guide you through to come out of the practice together. So as I just pick up my bowl, allow yourself just to sit down then and get yourself comfortable. Very important part of our practice to make sure we're nice and comfortable, because it makes it easier to meditate. So firstly, just bring your awareness down to your feet on the floor, and just notice that firm floor underneath your feet. And then if you're able to, where you are and it's comfortable to, allow your eyes to close, just to softly close. The reason we do this is that you're taking out one of the senses. It just makes it easier to meditate, whether you're experiencing meditation or not. And then take your awareness then to this chair that you're sat on. So notice the contact with your thighs, the backside, the lower back, the upper back. Just feel that physical sensation of that chair holding you. And then when you're ready, allow your ears to hear all the things that are around you. So firstly, notice the sounds far away, as far as you can throw your hearing. What can you hear outside of the room where you are? And then allow your awareness then to come into the room where you are. What can you hear? The sounds you can hear. The familiar sounds. Sounds you can hear over my microphone. This isn't recorded in the studio, so you'll be picking up sounds from my room as well. And then take a lovely deep breath in through your nose and sigh out through the mouth. And if you're in a place where it's possible to do this, as you take that breath in and as you sigh out through the mouth, really do an audible sigh. That way we're telling our body we're here to relax. And then when you hear the bell, I'll start to guide us. So to help settle us into this heart center, if it's possible where you are, take one of your hands and place it over your physical heart. And firstly, notice the contact between the hand on your chest. The physical sensation of your hand resting there. And if you're in an office and you're not comfortable doing that, allow your hands just to settle in your lap, perhaps on top of each other. And bringing your awareness to your breath coming and going from your body. Just noticing the rhythm of the breath, not slowing it down, not speeding it up. But just feel the physical sensation of the body moving with the breath. As you inhale, the chest lifting, the ribs moving, the belly swelling. And as you exhale, notice the body again moving as the breath leaves. And just allow yourself just to soften with every exhale. Now as you do this and as we move on, you might get distracted by thoughts or physical sensations in the body. That's completely normal. And once you notice you've gone off and been caught on a thought or a distraction, just allow yourself just to come back to the practice without beating yourself up. It's very normal to get distracted. So moving the awareness from the breath, now just bring it to your body for a moment. Just notice that stillness that's there that you've generated by actually just sitting, watching the breath. And then when you're ready, like as if you were a free diver coming from the surface of the water, just allow yourself just to drop down into the deep body of the water where it's calmer. So coming away from all the fluctuations of the surface of the sea. Just in your mind's eye, just allow yourself to just drop with the breath down into the stillness of the water by coming and focusing on your heart center. So as you focus on your physical heart, you might even feel it beating. Just allow yourself to picture your heart. Feeling the breath move in the body, but just allow yourself to picture your heart. As one of my teachers calls it, this ancient drum. It's beating, beating, beating. This sacred drum. And then allow your awareness to come down to this image of this beautiful altar, of this beautiful open lotus flower, the most beautiful lotus flower you've ever seen. And just allow your awareness to come and settle down right in the center of this lotus flower. Why I was saying your spirit, the Atman, your essence nature, your true self dwells. And just allow that stillness just to be absorbed into your body as you focus down into this lotus flower. Just noticing the breath. Just allowing yourself just to be completely lost in this stillness. And in many of the wisdom traditions they teach, this is your true self, because it's not what you've been told about yourself by the world, by people. It's not what you tell yourself who you are. It's even been here before you were given a name. Your essence isn't moved by whatever's going on in your life. It's outside of all of that. It's unbroken, perfect. And being there right from the start of your conception, when all the cells started to break and form into you, and they started to divide away. Just allow yourself just to keep softening and softening and softening into your heart center. allowing yourself just to be noticing this bliss. And then when you hear the bell ringing, I'll guide you out of the practice. But until then, just allow yourself just to keep softening into this heart center. Just picturing that lotus flower. So just allow your awareness now to just lift away from your heart center. If you've had your hand on your chest, just allow your hand to come and rest on your lap or your thigh. And just notice all the sounds. What can you hear outside of the room again? Allow your ears to hear as far as they can. And then allow your awareness to come into the room where you are, noticing the sounds there. And then allowing your awareness to drop down to the chair, noticing the contact with the thighs, the backside, lower back. Just noting that physical sensation of being held by the chair. And then take your awareness down to your feet on the floor, pushing that floor away. And then take a lovely deep breath in through your nose. And like we did at the start, just let it sigh out if you can, if it's comfortable to do that where you are. And do it again, lovely deep breath in. And then allow your eyes to just flutter gently open. Roll your shoulders. Allow your eyes to look all around you where you are. And then that's the end of this practice for our lunchtime. So I hope you found that useful. I hope that helped you feel grounded and brought a bit of sense of that bliss for you. And one of the important takeaways from that practice, if you get into that when you really like it, is that you can come to this place of stillness wherever you are. Whatever's going on with a bit of practice, you get used to it. So you can have absolute chaos going on in your life. You can step away, find somewhere to go quietly to sit, drop into your heart center, and that sense of bliss is always there. You just drop into that essence nature of your being. So, like I said, hopefully that was okay. And also, like I said, this is recorded on my webcam on a laptop in my lounge. So hopefully it wasn't too much background sound for you. But thanks again for coming, and I hope this was useful to you. Okay, bye for now.